Let's get to the dwindling uterus mess.
Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here. Yeah, you love it in here. Got reviews up in here. We got stories in here. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell. Oh yeah, 3 clicks like the shoes on Dorothy in here.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy BusyBlu, and I am back with another recap and review slash rant. Today, I'm going to be recapping and reviewing Real Housewives of Potomac Season 7 Reunion Part 2 entitled Girl Bye. Before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I know I'm doing this video a little bit early for y'all. This is normally like a nighttime video, but I'm trying to get these things up and get them out of the way. What's up, Jamie B? And get them out of the way. So come on, buenos dias. So we start off where we left off. Candace said your dwindling uterus was waiting to be put on television, and you sitting here, you maligning my husband. Okay, let me move my work computer out of the way. And you sitting here, you maligning my husband, right? And then she was saying, did Chris Andy asked, did Chris do something to make you feel uncomfortable, or did you just feel uncomfortable? She's like, well, I feel like we're playing with semantics. Yes, we are playing with semantics. You're saying that Chris made you feel uncomfortable. Were you just uncomfortable, or did Chris make you feel uncomfortable? Those are two different things, girl, and you need to get with the program. Were you uncomfortable, or did Chris do something to make you feel uncomfortable? Those are two different things. It's like when a black person comes into a train or a bus or a grocery store, and then a white person clutches their purse. Girl, my mere presence has done something. But I didn't do anything to you. You felt uncomfortable because a black person came into the room, but not because I did something to make you feel like I'm about to rob you or take your purse or whatever. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Because it seems like Giselle's so stupid. And they said she college educated, and I'm not seeing it. But there's a difference between someone making you feel uncomfortable and then you just feeling uncomfortable. Good morning, Talise. I got to run to a meeting, but Robin got to go. Happy Pisces season. All right, so then after that, we get Mia. Mia was trying to butt in this whole entire time. Why can't we just say that it's inappropriate if she doesn't want to be in a room with the man? Girl, shut up. Like, shut up. Don't even talk to me. Giselle and Candace. Giselle said, Candace, you made this a lot bigger than what it was. Let me tell y'all something. If you think you're going to talk about my husband or my wife in any type of way, shape, or form, and I'm not going to make it a big deal, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. And I don't need to be married to them if I'm not ready to fight for the big man like that. How dare you talk about my husband and say he's touching people and doing things inappropriately, and I don't say anything? Sorry, this ain't Phaedra. This ain't Phaedra, okay? Candace basically would let her know you waited for an opportunity. You came around me tons of times and you didn't say anything, but you waited until a camera was in your face, and that's when you decided to say something. And you try to make my husband look like a predator. Here goes me again. No. Candace, shut up. Andy said, look, how about we do this? How about we wait until Chris comes out here? Good morning. I said I was going to start reading the comments more. Great analogy. Oh, thank you. I was happy when Candace told me to shut up. Yeah, she was playing dumb in our faces. This whole thing, time she was playing dumb. And wait till we get to the colorism part. So then they talked about Deborah and Chris, and they said, Ashley, were you kind of shocked and surprised when you saw that nobody was touching that Sesame Street character? And she said, yeah, I was. Because, she's normally more forthcoming. She's normally more truthful. And she said, Eddie said, that Eddie storyline, look at Theodore. He said, I'm caught. That Eddie storyline was a reach. Like, it was really, really, really a reach. When he says, you know what, at this point, it's starting to become like none of our men can talk to or treat women with like common decency and respect. After that, we get to the IG video where she said none of them are loyal. They're just peddling their businesses across the United States. Robin, I heard that she said something nice to you during that IG live. Well, Robin said, I didn't watch the IG live. Somebody sent me that clip. Okay, Karen said, well, who sent it to you? But somebody sent me that clip, and all I wanted to say is that she was talking about people's businesses. So I was thinking, well, she does. She has a business, and she doesn't have a. So Giselle and Ashley, they didn't have businesses at the time, so she had to be talking about me. She's talking about all of us. And Candace was like, yeah, but girl, we friends. So if you were saying that stuff on IG, I would have automatically been like, I know she's not talking about me. And if I felt like you were talking about me, I would have called you and be like, girl, you got a problem with me? We talking about each other and each other's businesses. And she was like, well, I don't understand why you wouldn't feel some type of way about this is what you do on TV. And we're sharing our lives. Why are you upset? We share our lives and stuff on TV. Girl, okay. So they talked about how she made up with Robin, and she said that she looks up to Robin, but what about Wendy? And Candace said, well, why do I have to pick one person to look up to? I will say Robin gave her the most grace when she first got into the group. And I do remember them talking all of the time. So I can see how she's more into like, oh, well, Robin's my girl and not necessarily Wendy. So then we took a quick break for the husbands. They all came in. Y'all heard what G was like, sorry, not hugging today. Don't touch me. Okay. Kid said, you don't want to make people feel uncomfortable. Do not touch me. We're not touching today. Okay. We're not doing the hugging, kissing. I barely could say hello to you. Okay. Mia did shut up. The dog is in the kitty, but the kitty is right behind me. Robin is she's not smart. You're not smart. Savannah said, I'm sorry, but all of the fake storyline, this one pissed me off. It is on the level of Johnny Depp. I can't. So after that, we all come back and we get to Jizzy. We're looking at her new home, and then we're talking about the live shows. I would have felt offended in some type of way if my individual package also had to deal with Cameron, but I'm gonna leave it alone. But we saw her new home. We talked about the live shows, who copy whom. They asked her, excuse me, how long do you plan on living in this house? And she said, I'm gonna live into this house until the girls leave. Reasonably shady is becoming a really big thing. What episode are you on? They said they're on episode 80 or over 4 million downloads, which is really good. Like it's really, 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 really good. That's thousands of downloads each episode, hundreds of thousands, really. She was saying, Karen, how did you get the idea? Now, Karen said she was inspired by Wendy Williams. She was inspired by Kara Burnett. She was inspired by everybody. And she didn't feel like she was disrespecting Wendy because she already knew she was going to have candles. And then, hers was 2 week, 1 week, and Karen's was 17 weeks. So they're not even in the same league. Okay. I was offended with your kiss saying I don't like Wendy. Don't do the head nod, keep it moving. Karen looks she was looking elderly during this episode. So they talk about LaDam's rise. Everybody stand up. Can you imagine LaDam's rising? I'm coming, Karen. And I'm not being ageist. So Giselle, they talk about Giselle having surgery. She was like, that was the most positive feedback that I ever got. And then Candace was like, yeah, that's because you finally told your real life. See, it's okay. This whole time you've been lying and not giving your authentic story. Finally, the people got a chance to see who you are as an individual. But she said she almost tried not to talk about it. She was like, my kids. We'll talk about it later. Eddie said, we're not doing that no more. We're not doing that no more. You're going to talk about it right now. So what was going on with you? You said what? And she was like, well, basically, she was very frightened because she said it was going to be a quick surgery. She's going to get that thing taken out. And she's coming back home. But her sister was getting updates every hour. But then after a certain amount of hours, her sister wasn't getting no updates anymore. And it seemed like things were going wrong. And then the surgery got so long, it went from 3 hours to 8 hours. She had to stay in the hospital. So her kids were just they're still choking up about it. But she's glad that she did it. She's glad that she came out on top of that. And Andy was like, well, you know what's really weird is that it seems like you don't like to show your life, but you really push other people to show their lives. And she's like, well, that's not true. Child, every person on that stage was like, yes, it is. And Mia said, "This is what cancer, no cancer looks like." Candace said, "Yeah, but you bully people into it." Karen said, "You drag people if they don't want to share their story." Me, Wendy said, "Oh no, you do push people to tell their story." How everybody has the same experience with you, Giselle, and you try to make it seem like I don't do that, girl. Yes, you do. You want everybody else to tell their stories, but you won't tell yours. Okay, that's how it goes here. They talk about the guy from Winter House. He said that she gave him some poom poom the night of. I don't care. Then we get to Wendy's story. She was opening up a Nigeria lounge and she was getting surgeries. They talk about the fight when she got a drink poured on her. Again, thank God Mia did pour a drink on Wendy because Wendy, you had nothing else to talk about. If Mia did not pour anything on you, I don't think you would be a part of the show. That's just my whole thing. Andy asked her, why did you even want to try to start a restaurant in the first place? And she's like, well, I did talk to Ashley and Candace, and they both let me know it wasn't a good idea. Ashley said, well, she's doing it with somebody that is a restaurateur, so maybe it could have been good, but just overall, it's a no. Andy asked me, well, what's your relationship with Peter? She's like, well, that he and G are friends. We was, having sex with his girlfriend, but it wasn't his girlfriend at the time. But outside of that, they were just friends. And then Andy said, well, why did you throw the drink on Wendy? It didn't seem in sequence. I'm just not understanding why you even threw that drink on her. Mia said it was a lot that was being said by Wendy that I just did not want to listen to. It was giving me a lot. Whatever the drama was, she was just trying to make it more than what it was supposed to be. I was sitting here talking about business. And they were saying, no, you wasn't talking about business. You were trying to make it something that it wasn't supposed to be. You threw a drink on me. And Mia said, look, let's talk about how you gave Peter the cookie. Okay. I have receipts for that. I saw the cameras. You know what's interesting though to me, because I see your comment here. Mia be saying like, and when people come at her like, well, you're effing for lobster, she said, okay, yes, okay, but what about you sucking Peter's? The people, have y'all noticed that the people don't be denying it? Because Wendy that whole time did not deny it. She was just saying, you just saying that because you could say it. Don't you mean I would never sleep with somebody else out of my marriage? Don't you mean that never happened? Don't you mean that's a lie? Wendy never said she was lying. At least Mia said, you're effing for lobster. And Mia said, yep, I am. I have done it. But what about you sleeping with Peter so that you can get you a restaurant? You want to talk about dad? What about you sleeping with Peter for you to get a restaurant? Wendy didn't say, I didn't. I'm just saying, go back and see. I'm just saying, at some point, Mia be saying what she feeling, what she did. I did a full split, opened it up and did a full split. And I'm not denying it. You the one who denying it. Yes, I slept with somebody else's husband, and I'm not denying it. You the one denying it. Yeah, I did go down there and suck for lobsters. I'm not denying it. You the one denying it. Wendy didn't say she didn't do it. Anyway, they called Robin the antagonist. So y'all, Robin calling Wendy the antagonist. I wish they would have showed us more of these clips throughout the season because now it makes sense. When Robin went on Watch What Happens Live, and it was another interview she did, she was saying, I was telling Wendy, girl, bust her, rock her when the cameras are gone. Don't do it now while we on camera. Wait till these cameras go away. Y'all remember when he said, did you see me doing it on camera? Because Portia said, didn't you choke somebody? Did you see it on camera, girl? No, you did not. Robin, you need to not talk about this. I mean, when you need to stop if you're not going to do it right now on camera. And if you are, then go ahead and do it. I'm sitting here worried about your career. And I thought it was BS when she said that, but now we saw the unseen footage. She was saying it. I don't think she was antagonizing her because Wendy was responding to what happened to her. But I think that it was the only word Robin can think of when it came to the situation. You're heightening the tension in the room. You're heightening the frustration. And girl, wait till the cameras go down and you could bada bop. You know, you could bada bop. I think that's what she was trying to say, and I'm kind of on Robin's side because Robin didn't say don't bust her in her face. She just said wait till the cameras was down. And Wendy, you keep trying to raise the tension while the camera's here. Girl, just keep it quiet, and then we can bust her, brock her when we get to the hotel room. Basically, is what she was saying. What's all Scotty? Why they just here? Why you on so early, Scotty? So after that, they said that Ashley, you flip-flopped when it came to the fight. Monique was way more about it is that Street Fighter is way more violent. And you defended her. She was like, well, everybody came to Candace and defeat them. Nobody came to Wendy defeat. Shut up. I'm so tired of Ashley. Giselle said it's different too because she said Candace got beat up. Okay. I didn't feel like what happened to Wendy, which was just a drink toss, which they keep forgetting the purse that hit her face, it was that big of a deal. So I think it was different because it was just a drink toss, but Candace got beat up. After that, Wendy started crying. You violated me to my core, but then also, didn't you let her eat your box? I don't know. They get on the conversation of colorism. I feel like there was more to be desired here. Giselle's never going to get it. She's just never going to get it. Ashley gets it to a point. Karen gets it. Wendy gets it. Candace gets it. I don't know if Mia gets it or if Mia is scared that her daughter's going to be ridiculed by it. I don't know. And then having Candace kind of moderate wasn't the best thing because she was talking about the emotional aspects, which I think what Candace was meaning to say is that when I react to things, I can be perceived, differently than when other people react. So because she kept using emotional and, us emotional people, how we react is based off of our emotions. So when we talk about being emotional or reacting off of emotions, we kind of blanket the statement. And I feel like Candace kept using a blanket statement of emotional, which is why Giselle was like, well, what does emotions have to do with you colorism? Tell us about that. I'm confused about why emotions have to deal with that. I think what Candace was meaning to say was that when I react, I'm perceived differently than when any other individuals react. And that's what what Karen kind of put together. I thought it was an interesting scene. I felt like it could have been a little bit longer, but I'm here for it. Colorism is the thing. It plays heavily on Potomac. It just really does. It plays heavily on Potomac. And I think it's because it's a cast of just lighter hue women, so it's easier, and it's just something that's ingrained in us. And I feel like a lot of people just innately, especially in the Black community, you just innately are colorist and you don't know it, or you're at least, it's like how we live out patriarchy without knowing it sometimes, like how women are whores that they have sex with multiple men, but men can have sex with multiple women and they're not whores, and y'all don't see the difference or hear the contradictory. It's just like that's how life is. I think people with lighter hues just get treated better. People with fair skin just get treated better. You're not really realizing that you're doing it. You're darker skin, you're bad, you're looked at as more evil. You don't see it. Now, I will say, because of my darker hue, I'll be looking at the light skinned people like, y'all bad. Y'all just real bad. And I'll be giving the benefit of the doubt to the darker people. Because that's my experience. Okay. But it was an interesting conversation. I was also proud of Ashley for saying, you know what? I know that my because she got white kids, so she don't really have to worry about colorism because both of her kids is white. Pennywise is white. Thank you. Pennywise is white, and so is the other baby. So she don't have to worry about that. Um, but I was glad for her to at least see and say, like, I know that I get more privilege. Um, After moving on from there, well, Wendy said, look, overall, we just got to be mindful. Boom. And then after that, we get Jackie coming out. This is the first time they've seen each other since filming ended. And they said, look, how you mess up a 30-year relationship? Basically, Mia was like, I wish that this didn't happen on TV. She's trying to still talk in wheeze, and Mia is talking in eyes. Okay. Mia was like, well, we truly wish that this wouldn't happen on camera. Jackie was like, no, she's disgusting. Okay, my family is disgusted by her. She's trash. And Mia was still trying to talk about, you know, we wish we could have done better at our families because this ain't no our family. I gave you my sister. I gave you you sitting here trying to make it seem like I needed you. I gave you my sister, girl. This ain't this is not an all lives matter moment. You are the culprit. You did this. And let's talk about how you are unhinged. Child, everybody took out notebooks, paper boxes, chest. Everybody was about to air out everybody's business. Y'all heard what she was like, do you want to see the receipts? And Candace is like, yep. Yep, sure do. Child, I don't know. What y'all felt about this episode? Was there. It happened. I'm just ready for the season to be over. It's really whack. It's really whack. And for them to have such a good colorism conversation at the end, or at least they could have done it more, but to have this conversation during this whack season, that's whack to me too. I don't know. How y'all felt about it? If y'all want to know more about me and everything, so go and find me on Instagram and on Twitter, BusyBlu, no space, no E. You can also find me on Twitch, BusyBlu, which is definitely streaming right now. Let me get to work. I love each and every one of y'all. Put in the comments how you felt about the episode. What was your favorite part? What was your least favorite part? Oh, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's the rating? And I'm going to give it a 7. I'm about to go get busy, and you all stay busy. Till next time.